the Hebrew Israelites will come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of you Edomites, you so-called white people, man, in the earth. And your destruction is nigh. Okay? The end of your rulership is to come. Okay? And the people who you've oppressed, destroyed, discriminated against, and benefited from are gonna rule over you in the kingdom to come. And you other nations too. Like I said, we're the real Jews. Short for the term Judah. Okay? So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. They're the real Israelites according to the Bible. Okay? I would like to start by saying Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Okay? Yahweh is the name of the Most High. Okay? Great Spirit himself, the one that had all this created, man. Everything you see, all the elements, the sun, the moon, the stars. His name in the ancient Hebrew is Yahweh. Yah meaning he, Allah exists. Okay? And the name of the one whom you ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Hold on, we'll answer your question in a second. Hold on. Okay? Yahweh Shai. Yah meaning he, Yahweh Shai meaning deliverer. Okay? Because he's coming to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, Yasha Allah. Okay, Yah meaning he, Shah Prince Allah, power. Yasha Allah. Okay. Ezekiel 36.
Yeah, this is the book of Ezekiel.
But let me just say this: the reason why these Edomites got walked up, because I said, yeah, I mentioned so-called white people. You call them out, all of a sudden they get all boxed up in the spirit. You know what I'm trying to say? When you tell them that they're gonna fall from power, because it's like it messes up their ego, messes up their pride, you know? These devils got pride. You think you're better than so-called black people. They're your enemies, man. I'm telling you, man. These Edomites, they think that they're better than you, man. They've been trained to think that they're better than you. I'm gonna go into Ezekiel, but I want to get on this crap. Hey, get that, man.
Alright, this is Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 19, right?
And I also double honors to the elders, man. Okay, our spiritual fathers. Okay, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. And if it wasn't for the Most High putting the spirit in them, they wouldn't be here either. So the Most High set them up to beget us, man. Alright? And salutations to all the brothers out there, man. That are out there. Okay? That see this shit coming and that believe. Okay? And doing whatever they can do to make sure they make it in a chariot, man. Knowing what's to come, knowing what's coming. Seeing the kingdom, man. That's written inside the scriptures. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 36, verse 18. Wherefore I poured out my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land.
Do you think you white people are better than us? Where did that go?
And for their idols wherein they have polluted it, and I scattered them among the heathen, that they were dispersed through the countries according to their way and according to their doing, and I judged them.
So the scriptures is telling you why we were dispersed in the first place, man. Okay? Because of our joining together onto idols, into these other gods, these idols, man. And because of that, the scriptures tell you that we were dispersed. That by and by, the Most High had it where we as a nation began to be dispersed among the countries, among these other nations.
And scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries according to their way and according to their doings, and I judged them. And when they entered unto the heathen, whether they went, they profane my holy name.
They profane my holy name, meaning we started calling upon the names of other gods, man. We lost that name, Yahweh, and we started calling upon Baal, Dagon, alright? And the gods of these other nations, they got all kinds of names, man. A lot of the time the scriptures call it Baal. Baal Barith, Molech, which is basically the devil, mate, pretty much. Because all idol worship is devil worship. All idol worship is devil worship.
So it says, this is Ezekiel 36, verse 20, and when they entered unto the heathen, whither they went, they profaned my holy name, when they said to them, these are the people of the Lord, and gone forth out of his land. You know, and that's why the Lord took us out of the land. When you read the story concerning, I believe it's Kings, I believe it's the 17th chapter, where it speaks about how the northern kingdom that was once amongst Samaria, they moved out of that land. They moved out of the land of Israel, and then they went down to the Assyrian captivity, and then from there they went to another man's land, which is America today. Okay, and ultimately that's why all of us are out of the land. Why? Because we worship other gods, like the brothers going to right now. You know. So
the Most High is a jealous power. Okay, it's a jealous power. And naturally, we were joined onto the Most High through the covenant. Okay, the Most High made a covenant with our ancestors during the time of mainly Moses. We exited Egypt, and we came to Mount Sinai. Okay.
And if I may add one more thing, because what I forgot to say as well, was during the time of Ezekiel, the Israelites was in Babylon. So half of them were moved out of that land. I believe some of them stayed in Jerusalem, but I believe we got a lot of them that was in Babylon too. You know, that's all I wanted to say.
You know, so at Mount Sinai, we received the laws and commandments, and we became like a holy people. Why? Because we received the holy commandments. All right, and from that point on, we became like the wife, okay, the metaphoric wife of the Most High, okay. And when we started worshiping over time, after we started worshiping other idols, calling upon the names of other gods, that's when the Most High sent prophets to try and get us, to persuade us to come back to our first love, which is the Most High Yahweh himself. Okay? But because of how stiff-necked we were as a people, we continued on just like how we are now, following after our own righteousness. And then the Most High put the spirit upon these other nations to come and destroy our sanctuary, to burn down the temple, to rape our women, to carry the young men and kill the young men and put them into slavery. Alright? And to remove us out of the borders of our land. Okay? The Most High of all spirits, the God of all spirits, are players in the minds and the spirits of all these people. Okay? Because all these spirits are really a part of the Most High himself. Okay? But we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that a bit later. Go ahead.
It's 1 Corinthians 10 and 20, and it says, but I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice,
the things that the Gentiles sacrifice to,
they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High.
They sacrifice to devils. So that's what all these different idols of these other nations are. Allah, Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, okay, Baphomet. It's all the same. It's all the same entities. It's all Satan. It's all devil.
Christian too.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, the Virgin Mary. That's another devil, man. Yeah. Go ahead. Remember that?
Yeah. It says, but I had pity for mine holy name.
Scripture says the Most High, but the Most High pity for His holy name. Wait a minute, it says He had pity for His holy name. Not for our sufferings. The Most High didn't pity us. He said He pitied His holy name. Because by right, we should all be annihilated, man. We should all be destroyed as a nation. But the scripture said the Most High pity for His holy name because you worship His name. Okay, the Most High's name is to be found in Jacob.
That's right. And
Right.
it says that too.
Man.
It says, but I had pity for mine holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whither they went.
So we profane the name of the Most High among the heathen whithersoever we went. Meaning what? We start calling upon the name of these devils. You know? Diana, there was a point during the time of the Roman Empire, the Greco-Roman Empire, or the Roman Empire, that our people was worshipping Semiramis in the form of Diana, man. They called her Diana, which is basically that version of Semiramis, man, the Queen of Heaven. So our people was going way off. During the time of Jeremiah, they were actually calling upon the Queen of Heaven, man.
Yeah, they would send cakes. They would make cakes towards that God as well.
You know? In fact, give me what's it? It's Jeremiah. You get Jeremiah 44. Verse 24. Start from verse 24. Yeah, 44, verse 24.
This is Jeremiah 44, verse 24. It says, moreover, it says, moreover, Jeremiah said unto all the people and to all the women, hear the word of Yahweh.
And all the women. So Jeremiah was listen, this is close, but
hear the word of Yahweh, all Judah that are in the land of Egypt.
In the land of Egypt, because you had a large proportion of people in the land of Egypt during the time of what was the century? 587 BC, man. You had a lot of our people that went down to, because our people always had a connection with Egypt, man. Because we were slaves there, 400 plus years slaves in Egypt. So we had a lot of our people that were became homeborn slaves, man. They had an emotional attachment to bondage.
Yep.
They loved the gods. Okay, they loved the temple, the environment. Just like now, you have a lot of our people that are into the system, man. We call them corporate niggas, man. Okay, some corporate niggas or sell out Uncle Tomahawks, man. A lot of our people was sold out. And a lot of our people back then, they were in love with Egypt. So much so, think about it. We went back to Egypt. There's all kind of places we could have went, but we went back to Egypt. Showing that we had some bond with Egypt, man. But Jeremiah was prophesying to them saying, look, listen to this, man. But
And it says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, saying, ye and your wives have both spoken with your mouths and fulfilled with your hands, saying, we will surely perform our vows that we have vowed to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven.
so we were saying, back then we were saying, surely, no, we're going to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven. We're burning incense to Semiramis, man. I believe the Egyptian version of Semiramis was it wasn't Osiris, it was
ISIS, is it?
Isis. That was the female version. That was the Egyptian version of Semiramis, man. Or the Hamite version of Semiramis. Okay. So you know, a lot of our people that was in love with the Queen of Heaven back then. Go ahead.
And it says, and to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her.
And to pour out drink offerings unto her. So our people are performing certain rituals to the Queen of Heaven, man. Burning incense, drink offerings, sacrificing their children. So our people are spiritual, man. We actually believe in a higher entity. We believe in some type of afterlife, that when you die, something happens to your spirit. It goes to a certain place. Okay? Our people believe in that, man. Go ahead.
And it says, you will surely accomplish your vows and surely perform your vows.
So Jeremiah says, surely you will accomplish your vows. Go ahead.
Therefore hear the word of Yahweh, O Judah, that dwell in the land of Egypt.
So hear these words, Yahweh, that dwell in the land of Egypt. Okay?
Behold, I have sworn by my great name.
I was sworn by my great name. Go ahead.
Saith Yahweh,
Saith Yahweh, go ahead.
that my name shall no more be named in the mouth of any man of Judah in all the land of Egypt, saying, the Lord power liveth.
Right, read that part again, that's the main part.
It says, that my name shall no more be named in the mouth of any man of Judah.
So my name shall no more be mentioned in the mouth of any man of Judah. So there'll become a point where the Most High would take his name away from us, man. And we'd forget his name. So we would forget about the name of Yahweh. Alright? Why? Because we're so attached to these other the names of these other gods. The Most High would deprive us of his name, of his great name. And the word God means power. So when you deprive the people of their power, they become powerless, man. They have no power. And that is also a part of our heritage, man. The name of the Most High, because Yahweh is named after the Most High himself. Okay? So that's a big thing. That's also part of our culture. Okay? Because our culture came from the Most High himself. So if you take away the roots of our culture goes right along with it. Because the whole culture is based upon Yahweh. What made us a holy people was the laws and commandments that came from Yahweh. So if you lose the name of Yahweh, everything was pretty much lost right along with it. You got something?
Yeah. This is Zephaniah 3, verse 12. And it says, I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord.
So basically there's going to be a revival. From that point of Jeremiah, because Jeremiah said it first, he said pretty much, you shall discontinue from your heritage. I will take away my great name from the mouth of the men of Judah. But then it says, what prophet is this? Zephaniah. Zephaniah is prophesying that in the midst of Babylon the Great, in the midst of our last captivity, the Most High, that same power that took his name away from us, will again bring back his name to the afflicted and poor people that will trust in his name, which is the remnant of Jacob, man. Alright, so the Most High would revitalize, okay, us as a people, starting with a remnant of us, man. Okay, which are his servants, the prophets. Go ahead.
And if I may say one thing too, I want to read this. It's the add-on to what you're saying. It says, in that day thou shalt not be ashamed for all thy doings, wherein thou hast transgressed against me. But then I will take away out of the midst of thee them that rejoice in thy pride, and thou shalt no more be haughty because of mine holy mountain. Let me get to the point, Salaki. Yeah, just bear me for 1 minute. Right, here it is right here, verse 9. It says, this is the point. It says, for then will I turn to the people a pure language.
Pure language, okay, so the Most High is restoring that heritage. That's happening right now. It's happening right, this is actually being fulfilled right now. Okay, well,
that they may call upon the name of the Lord.
That they may call upon the name, what did we read? Read that part again.
Jeremiah 44 and and 26, and it says, therefore hear the word of Yahweh, O Judah, that dwell in the land of Egypt. Behold, I have sworn by my great name, saith Yahweh, that my name shall no more be named in the mouth of any man of Judah in all the land of Egypt, saying, Yahweh power liveth.
Right. So there will become a point where we forget about that name. We completely forget about the name of our power, man. But then the scriptures say the Most High is gonna read that again.
It says, for then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent.
Okay? So we're serving the Lord in one consent. Okay? What did it say in Romans, the 12th chapter? It says, give yourselves up as a living what? Sacrifice. Holy and unblameable, roughly paraphrasing. Okay? So if we're giving ourselves as a living sacrifice, who are we sacrificing ourselves to? Some invisible, unknown power? Of course we know the name of his name now. His name is Yahweh. And there's great power in that name. You gotta tell yourself that name when you're at home, man. When you're on the bus, Yahweh, man. That's power right there. Okay, not Yahweh. Not Milky Way. You know, Yahweh.
But which way? Which way? Which way?
Yahweh. There's no power in that. Yahweh. Way. No. The Milky Way. Which way? The Milky Way. You know what I'm saying? There's no power in that.
And if I may add to what the brother was saying, because see what the Lord did one and better. Because what he did was because he defiled his name by serving the other gods and by cleaving unto the other nations. Because we knew the name back in those times. We knew the name of the Lord, but we was praying, we was using that name in vain,
Right.
you know, for other purposes. Okay, rather than the law or the commandment that was given. Okay, but the point of the matter is that's why the Lord took away the name and he did one and better. He even took away the Hebrew language from us. That's why now the Lord, if you notice, all of Israel don't know that they're Paleo-Hebrew. We know they're Paleo-Hebrew, right? Because the Lord is starting with his elect, the elite, that was once back there with him. Okay, and that's what's going on right now. The elite of Israel are regaining all of that information that they once had in the past.
Yeah.
You understand? And then ultimately, once we get into the power seat, then we'll teach all of Israel all of the things concerning the past. Because he already got it. You know? And like the brother was saying, our historical background is of the Bible, man. Like, we're not niggas, just some hip-hop rap niggas. That's Esau likes to, you know, declare to the world. So that the whole entire world can look at us funny. Nah, this is who we are. This is the real so-called Negroes heritage. When you see the robes and you see I'm going to give it back to you, brother. When you see the robes and you see our presentation, that's the real heritage of us. This is who we are.
Right.
Okay, and that's what I'm going to say.
You know, because our culture is holiness.
Yep.
As a spiritual people, we're more close to the Most High than any people. All these other nations, the only thing these nations really care about, their fundamental cares towards money.
Yep.
It's money and building their economy. It's all money. It's not the Most High. Our people, despite the low condition we're in, we're filling up these mosques, filling up these churches, any type of spirituality, we're filling up, because our main priority is the Most High.
Right.
These other nations, their main priority is money. You know, creating different currencies,
Right.
businesses, and, you know, setting up shop and businesses in the neighborhoods, and, you know, that's what their main care is about. Vanity. Okay?
Yep.
The Most High ain't dealing with them. The Most High only dealing with them to an extent just to chastise us.
Yep.
And then switch the tables around where we go fuck them up, basically.
Yep. And just to say one more thing too, because see, the world has got everything all twisted up, and I can understand that, because you got the powers that be that control the media, that declare that the holy people of the Lord are just nothing but thugs, and they're just no good, and all of that, and then some. But the truth of the matter is that our people are the holies of the holies. That's what it is, and this is why the elites they set this tone that we're just nothing, because the point of the matter is that these elites, they know who we are, and they're afraid that we're gonna come back and do what we're doing right now. And that's one thing with Esau. Esau's afraid of the uprising of Jacob, because once Jacob rises up to the occasion, then we're gonna get the fuck out of here. We're gonna get the kingdom. Okay, so that's what that's all about. But the point of the matter is that I want to get back to the brother. This is our heritage. Okay, all of that rap bullshit out there and all of that shenanigans that our people are involved in, that ain't got nothing to do with our culture. That gangster rap culture really was manufactured by the so-called white man. That's the so-called white man shit, that gangster rap. We ain't dealing with that. You understand?
We don't.
We're just token heads for that bullshit. That's all it is. But we ain't got nothing to do with that.
Hosea chapter 3 verse 1.
And so Hosea chapter 3 verse 1, and it says, Then saith Yahweh unto me, Go yet, love a woman beloved of a friend, yet an adulteress.
So the Most High telling Hosea, listen, go and find yourself a woman. Go and get a woman, man. Go and get a woman who's beloved of her friend, yet she's an adulteress. She's basically a whore. Go and find a woman that's a whore, man. Go and find that woman. Go ahead.
It says, according to the love of Yahweh toward the children of Israel, who look to other gods and love flagons of wine.
Right. So basically, that's basically go and find a hoe, because that when you find that hoe, it's known that woman is basically, in essence, is metaphoric for the nation of Israel. And that hoe is just like us, because if you see us, we're a race of prostitutes, man. We let any nation come among us, man. If we just come into any nation, we just let other nations walk all up into us, talk about one love. Loving everybody. Nigga, no one loves you though. You know? No one loves, you want to love, all the love. If any nation of people on earth that need love, who's it gonna be? Us. That's why I said, O Jerusalem, who goes aside to ask how thou doest.
Right. That's right.
Meaning no one gives a fuck about you. But yet you want to give all your love, you want to trim your way to seek love from other people. We're like a nation of prostitutes, man. If you check our people, we're like prostitutes. We want to love everybody. And everybody, they don't love you, they love only themselves. They're trying to build their communities, build up their businesses, build up their economy, join different partnerships with other successful economies and build and create their own currencies. But you Negroes, you motherfucking Negroes, man, you want to love every damn body, okay? Talking about you a human being, you want to act like you don't see color. You know what I'm trying to say? But I don't think I'm black, I think I'm a human being. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
they give you that abstract, you know, I'm
That's superficial bullshit.
I just work, I'm just a businessman. You don't even want to classify yourself as a human being, you're saying you're just a businessman.
When you ask them what's your nationality, I'm a human being.
Yeah, I'm a child of the earth, you know. What was that? Remember that guy, what did he say? He said he was a
Latino.
I remember that guy. That guy said he was a Latino. I was just joking about it. You know what I'm saying? No, you got people coming out with some crazy ideas, man. Okay?
And that's why they're in a predicament that they are in the first place.
You know? See? Because us as a people, we're like a nation. Even on the average level, back in my day, everything was a little bit more segregated. You had Jakes only rolled with other Jakes. Whites hanged out with only like Edomites, their own people. Arabs hanged out with their own people. You didn't see all this interracial hanging out all the time. Now when you see a group of Jakes, there's always one Edomite in the middle. Or an Ishmaelite in the middle. We're like prostitutes. Here it is, other nations, they're exploiting you the world over, and you just let them hang among you. Teaching them your ways, and you accepting their ways, you getting into bed with them. You're like a woman, you're like a harlot. You know the scriptures talk about the way of a hoe. She's all in the streets. She opens up her quiver and lets every arrow.
Yeah.
That's us, man.
Yeah.
Metaphorical.
That's us. God damn it. That's us as a people. We just open up and let anybody come in among us. We take on their ways. We intermarry among them.
And that's why, and that
loving
further,
everybody.
Come on. And that further backs up why these other nations don't respect us.
They don't.
We can't afford to even respect ourselves.
You know what I'm trying to say?
But the point of the matter is, man, I mean, yeah, the brother's right on that, but this is why I always say to hell with Jake, man. Because this is the real foundation. See, that one thing with Jake don't got no foundation, because if Jake had a foundation, Jake wouldn't be doing that. Okay, but we're the real men of the real, we have the real foundation. And we know, okay, and this is why this is why when people come up, we ask them, what's their nationality?
You don't know.
So if their nationality don't go back to this side here, then you're not a part of this.
Let me say something. Pretty much when see that's a good point brother made, because he said when you asked Jake about his identity, he said he doesn't know. If you're walking around planet Earth and you don't know what the hell you are, if you're walking around the planet Earth and you don't know who you are, you become vulnerable, man. You don't have a foundation, you don't have a secure platform to ground yourself in. You say, no, this is what I am, I can't do this because my culture says I can't do this.
Right.
I'm supposed to be doing this.
Right.
When you don't know who you are, you don't really have a sense of purpose.
Right.
You're basically just a hoe, just walking around doing whatever pleases you.
Because no one claims you.
But you're unclaimed, exactly.
Yeah.
You're unmarried. You're a whore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? You have no husband. You're just walking around, anything pleases you, you just spread your legs to it. Because you don't have nothing for yourself. You've got no sense of self. You've got no awareness of self.
Yeah, that's very true.
You're basically unconscious.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's just the whole thing about it, because like I'm gonna say again, like if a person comes up, let's say Edomite comes up and we ask him who his nationality is, or he may look like an Edomite, he might be a Jake. If he's not an Israelite, you know what we're gonna say, look, you're not a part of this. Okay? Why? Because we have a foundation. If you have a foundation, no one's just gonna enter your foundation. It's just not gonna happen. So the Lord already gave us the blueprint on how to conduct ourselves and how to be and all of that and how to treat the other nations, but not to mingle among them. But the reason why Jake does that, because like the brother was saying, which is beautiful, is because Jake don't know who they are. They don't have a sense of self.
They don't have no self. They don't have no self. So if you don't know who you are, you got no self-esteem.
Yeah.
You got no self-esteem.
Yeah.
And then the scriptures tell you that we're hated. The other trees of the garden are jealous of us.
Yeah.
So if you're walking around, you got no sense of self, it makes it very easy for other nations who hate you to scheme.
Yeah.
And to manipulate you into a way that is not good,
and infiltrate
to your own destruction, and tell you who you are. You're just this, you're just that.
Yep.
Look at them, look at what they're doing. You know? I'm telling you, the Bible is wrong. Okay? But only a elect of us is going to see it, believe, and repent and come back to the right way, man. The ancient paths, man. The scriptures say that I shall leave a poor and oppressed people that shall trust in my name.
Right.
Okay, where was it? Go back and Hosea.
Okay. Back to Hosea 3, and 1 says, Then said Yahweh unto me, Go yet, that a woman with love of a friend, yet an adulteress.
Yeah, an adulteress, go ahead.
According to the love of Yahweh toward the children of Israel, who look to other gods and love flagons of wine.
According to the love of the Most High towards us. Meaning the Most High loves us, man. Like a woman, man. You ever come across a woman? Because a man has passion. A woman don't have passion that man has, man. See, our people like the woman, we don't have that passion towards the Most High, but the Most High's got an eternal passion towards us, man. He has an eternal passion towards us as really the men of Israel. But we're like a hoe, we don't have that. Like man loves woman, but woman don't love man. Woman loves herself. Man has very passionate. Woman don't have the passion that man has. See, but the Most High, he has an undying passion. That's why I said, I've loved you with an everlasting love.